Welcome back to the Basement Breakdown. As you can see, guys, I'm wearing the shirt, and we've got some more Championship 1 for you this week. We've got Lumpinee 141 coming up this Friday. We are joined by Bruce, the gambling phenom, and we've got some spicy parlays, some bold predictions, and let's get to it, guys. I'm fired up for this week. Last week was good and bad. There was some good, but we mentioned at the beginning of the video, I think, that it was going to be a risky card. But this one seems a little bit more safe. We've got the gambling phenom, as I said. Let's get into it. Good luck, guys.
What's up, everybody, and how you doing again this week? For bout one, we'll be having an MMA bout between Moises Luis Ilogon and Masaki Suzuki. My prediction here is going to be Moises Luis Ilogon because, I'm going to get into it now. And this fight, I will say, is mid/risky only because, the Japanese ain't got a chin, but just Moises isn't good on the ground. Let's get into it. Moises Luis Ilogon, he has a pro record of 4-1. He is 25 years old, standing at 5'4", representing the Philippines. I don't know if he deserved to win his last fight. I bet against him with limbo by, but at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, I was surprised at the decision, and so was the jab that he lost. It was a very close fight where Moises was held down for a big amount of time, but he landed the only knockdown in the fight, which won him the decision. I don't actually agree with that fight, but either way, it's 1FC MMA, and Moises isn't a good wrestler, so he's very easy to take down. He's very easy to hold there with almost no solution to get back to his feet. But his opponent is a Japanese bomb, in my opinion, who I bet against with the Indian who's not Indian, named Nazareth Lautazula. I'm not sure if I gave the viewers the pick or not, but I did place money on Nazareth Lautazula, but I didn't trust him very much. And I did think that Jap could pull off a submission off his back, but I didn't know how the outcome would go. But either way, this Jap named Masaki Suzuki is not good in my opinion. He also seemingly gets a few of his wins whilst laying on his back. Like I said, tying up triangles and chokes from bad positions, and he's fought not even that good people really. I hate betting on fighters like that since they don't really impress me at the end of the day, but Moises can be taken down easily. And the thing is, Moises has, he does have more heart at the end of the day, and he should win because he is the better boxer and can drop Masaki very easily. But Masaki can also end up underneath Moises, giving Moises control time. And, Moises, I mean, I've broken down this chat before, he beat 4 opponents or some shit like that before fighting Nazareth, but those opponents were absolute bums, and now he's fighting them, and he had a close fight with some of them too. But he seems to land the right hand, which is his power weapon, most of the time. But he's fighting a man now who can't wrestle, but he can knock you down in a second. So I doubt he's gonna stay standing to win this fight. He's not as durable as Limbo Bai, and he's not as good as getting takedowns as Limbo Bai, but even though I thought the Limbo Bai fight was a robbery, I do think that this is a step down in competition from his last opponent. Actually, I don't really know because his last opponent wasn't really much of a striker. This Jap might be a better striker than the last one, but he's still not very good at all in my opinion. I think I don't know if Nazareth can win against this Jap by KO, I think that so can Moises at the end of the day. So because I think Moises is a better KO power puncher, so I will take Moises here. This we have for bout to a fight between 2 Muay Thai fighters named one named Chokdi Max Jandi and the other named Maheswan Aekmuangnon. This is atomweight Muay Thai bout. My prediction here will be Maheswan, and I've got it as mid. But there is a possibility that this fighter could be a lock on this card. Chokdi Max Jandi, let's get into him first. He has a record of 55 wins, 19 losses. He's 5'2", 28 years old, and he is starting to get caught more than he used to in this fight. But he has a good 1-2 that he utilizes on the back foot. It's not the fastest 1-2 I've ever seen, and he started to lose his chin. Is where it almost seems as well, getting dropped and KO'd in his last 3 out of his 4 losses inside of 1. And he's been KO'd entering round 2 every single time. Like every single time he's in round 2, he seems to just slow down his pace and he takes his eyes off the ball and he just starts doubting himself. Either way, he's a decent fighter, but his chin can't be trusted, nor can his skills, since he once won against the aging Yodoi. Then he lost to him in the future, and yeah, he just got caught and he just got chinned. Like he really does slow down in round 2, which is a big issue of his. And against people who can withstand his early onslaught, I think that I think that he's gonna yeah, I think he's gonna get knocked out by Maheswan later as the fight goes on. Maheswan's a good fighter. Let's get into Maheswan now. He has a record of 79 wins, 19 losses. He's 25 years old, standing at 5'4", and he's a technician who can outwork and outperform against Chokti easily if he keeps his eyes on the ball. He's 2 inches taller than Chokti, by the way, and yeah, he's more skilled. He's sharper by a mile. He has the better combinations that break men down over time, and he's fought the better level of competition. I was disappointed when he lost his last bout inside of one against Petnaya, since he outperformed Petnaya as the underdog, and he was just by far the more technical fighter in that fight. But I think his nerves got to him, and he ended up falling twice early to Petnaya. But he ended up getting back up and outworking Petnaya in round 2 and round 3, even securing a revenge knockdown at the end of the fight. But at the end of the fight, it was ruled in Petnaya's favor because he had 2 knockdowns. So I did personally believe Maheswan did enough to even out the score and was robbed. But the thing with Chokdi is he's similar to Petnaya in that aspect. Like he loses his gas and he starts underperforming when entering round 2. I expect Maheswan to outbox and outwork Chokdi even if he gets dropped by Chokdi early. Like I think that he can I think he can still win because Chokdi fades, and if you can't get Maheswan out of the game in round 1, then when you fade, yeah, round 2 and round 3 will be Maheswan in his feeding grounds. He's very good at chasing back a victory, even though he got unfortunate enough to not be able to chase back his victory last fight. Like he got a knockdown back, but he couldn't secure a victory. I've got Maheswan in round 2 or round 3 by, or sorry, round 2 and round 3 by KO. But I wouldn't be surprised if this went the distance either. Like Maheswan is the better fighter, and that is a fact, even if he loses or wins at the end of the day. So I am going to be going with Maheswan. Bout 3, we have a straw Muay Thai bout between Adam Detchawalit and Walid Snussi. My prediction here is Walid Snussi. My risk assessment is that this is risky, and only for a few reasons. I'm going to get into it right now. Like Walid could just outclass Adam, but yeah, my prediction is Walid. Anyways, let's get into it. Adam Detchawalit, he is 17 years old with 53 wins and 5 losses, standing at 5'6". He's the younger brother of Alif Detchawalit. He isn't the best, but he isn't the worst fighter of all time. He beat Nayan Mohammed but lost to him in the rematch. Matter of fact, I hedged on Adam 4 times after seeing Nayan's brother lose so quick on that card. But yeah, Adam fought Toma Kroda in his last bout out, and Toma won the fight but was robbed of his victory in a disgusting fashion. Toma outsniped Adam, but Adam won a robbery as the 4 times underdog just because he's the brother of Alif. And truth is, he's not as good as Alif. Like, they're nowhere near close in skill. He has a good jab, good kicks, but his durability isn't great, and Waleed can throw down. Waleed did outstrike Uriah Ishii when they fought in the little matchup that got voided, and I had Uriah Ishii, so I'm actually kind of thankful because Waleed I went back and watched it. Waleed outstruck Uriah Ishii. It's not up for debate. It's a fact that Waleed outstruck Uriah, and he outkicked him with good kicks. Like he probably took round 1, man, is the truth. Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? He's got lengthy arms that allow for spear elbows and hooks, along with snappy legs and snappy leg and body kicks that add up over time on a strike count. Truthfully, I don't know how good Waleed is, or if they'll save Adam, but Waleed is a coach in the gym and has an unblemished 4-0 record that he wants to keep. He has fought very low level competition and has beaten them, but despite what I said about him, outstriking Uriah Ishii, he did start to let Ishii bring it back and bring back the pace in the last 30 seconds. He did outstrike Uriah Ishii though, and probably took that round. So despite the fight getting voided and the bet that I had on Uriah, I felt quite happy in it. You know what I mean? They avoided. So yeah. Either way, Willie could be better than a guy like Uriah, and I take Uriah over Adam. So I'll have to take Waleed over Adam. They could just gift Adam a win here if it's close. He's the fighter they're promoting since he's the brother of an up and coming star, and I've got the best. Sorry, I've got the best success rate with picks on Sorry, I've not got the best success rate with picks on Adam because of his previous robbery losses, previous robbery wins. Sorry. So yeah, I'm kind of scared betting against Adam, but Waleed is 5'9". He's 29 years old. He's 3 inches taller than Adam. He's nicknamed the Joker, and he has the skills that. Well, he has skills that he showcased, like his jab feint into snapping kicks. But I do think he can beat Adam, but I'm not completely convinced just due to the fact that Adam is a fighter. Well, one is trying to promote, and I hate betting against those type of fighters. But I do think Waleed wins here. For bout 4, by the way, this will be a quick one. Johan Ghazali versus Ye Yint Noang. This is a Muay Thai flyweight bout, and my prediction here is Jojo Ghazali, and this should be safe. Johan Ghazali, he's 5'6", 19 years old, with 26 wins and 9 losses. He is an up-and-coming fighter who I've bet on and bet against many times as well. That last fight out, he was my prediction, and he KO'd Zachariah El Jamari almost instantly, but I'm not sure if that's due to skill or the fact that Zachariah has no conditioning. I've never seen much that impresses me with Jojo. Matter of fact, I've always thought that he's very overrated, which is why I bet him to lose against Estupinan. It's also the reason I never trusted him to win against Diego Paez. Like I knew that Estupinan was sharper than Jojo. Jojo's not a very sharp fighter, but he's a high output fighter and a machine when he gets into flow. Well, not into flow, but like when he just turns on the engine, he can throw it down and follow you heavy. But yeah. Anyways, like him not being sharp is just not trusting him in general is the reason I never bet him, and I never trusted him to win against Diego Paez. So yeah, you can't trust Jojo. He's only 19 after all, but he's more aggressive than Ye Yin, and since Yin isn't that sharp nor good at avoiding damage, like he's very easy to hit. Well, not very easy to hit, but he's easy enough to hit. Jojo should be a lock here, and yeah, even if Jojo can't win by KO, he can win the distance just by doing more work. Bout 5, we have where is it? Kickboxing, a bantamweight kickboxing bout between Lamna Moonlek and Daniel Puertas. My prediction here is Lamna Moonlek. I have it as mid/safe, and he is going to be a lock, I think, for me on this card. Anyways, Lamna Moonlek, he's 5'6", 27 years old, with 104 wins, 30 losses. He's a great technical Muay Thai fighter and RWS champion that has a world full of experience. He is a master on the back foot, checking and countering attacks with ease and utilizing great teeps to off-balance opponents. He will be coming up against a Dutch-style kickboxer from Spain named Lamna. But Lamna Moonlek should just be able to do the same thing he did last fight for us against the last Spaniard. I think Lamna Moonlek will outclass Daniel Puertas. I'm not even going to spend too much time breaking him down either. Like I broke him down last time as well, and yeah, there's just no way in hell we'd ever bet Daniel over Lamna Moonlek. So even if Lamna Moonlek was to lose, like I would still bet Lamna Moonlek 30 times, 40 times. You know what I mean? I'd still fucking bet him every single time they fight. Lamna Moonlek is a dangerous fighter who can perform well on the front foot or the back foot. He controls the ring well. We've never been wrong so far with him, even when we bet him against Kong Suk. And this is the thing, I originally bet Kong Suk in the first fight and he beat Lamna Moonlek in the first bout, but only because he scored a knockdown. So the second time they fought in the rematch, I took Lamna Moonlek because I saw Lamna Moonlek actually outstrike and beat Kong Suk in their first fight. Like he would have won that fight if he didn't get knocked down. So yeah, Lamna Moonlek won for me, and he made no mistakes in the second fight. Matter of fact, he won clear and convincingly, like perfectly. I believe he was on around a 7-10 fight win streak until Konsuk cut it short. So yeah, either way, he's a great technician, and he will be winning this fight most likely. Daniel Puertas is powerful, but it'll be very hard to land clean shots on Lamna Moonlek. So yeah. Also, he has a record of Daniel Puertas has a record of 34-8. Like he's 5'7", and out of his prime, he's 33 years old. So yeah, Lamna Moonlek should see everything incoming and just win this fight dominantly. I've got Lamna Moonlek. He's a fucking bad man. For bout 6, we have a lightweight MMA bout between Hiro Marco Mangurai and Mike Uhura. Anyways, my prediction here is Marco Mangurai. It is a risk, and I'm taking Hero Marco Mangrai for well, yeah, I'll get into it now. He's 3-0 as a pro, 1-0 in amateur. He's a better striker. He has more aggression, and yeah, I'm gonna be quick with this one because I don't have much footage on the men, but yeah, he has more aggression, less wrestling ability, but there is some counter wrestling ability there from him that he showcases. So yeah, and plus he's often a quick fight finisher, but he's beaten nobodies at the end of the day. And sorry, and yeah, he's just not that good. But oh no, sorry, I take that back. He's tough as nails, and he will walk you down, and he will think that he's an unbeatable fighter, but that could get the better of him, is what I meant to say. Um, at the end of the day, he's not the cleanest striker, and other men can outstrike him, but I don't think Mike Ohura will. Anyways, let's get into Mike Ohura. He's a Japanese fighter with a more extensive grappling background and grappling skills, but they aren't elite, and they aren't quick enough to lock in submissions on the floor of his back, which he may get taken to because, well, Hero Marco Mangurai is just bigger and more powerful, I believe. And yeah, he's just fucking big, man. Like he could take down. He could, even though he's not meant to be the guy that goes for the wrestling in this matchup. He could just take down Mike with a body lock or a trip or some shit like that. Yeah, and end up on top and just win the fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hero Marco here, and I'm not very confident, but he's he's tougher, and I think he's got that self belief that's gonna get him the win. Uh, sorry, you're gonna have to forgive me for this fight because I actually changed my prediction and I have to change up everything that I've written down and I didn't, so I'm gonna go off just gonna go off what I remember. Anyways, one Mohammed Sabri versus Ramu Araya. This is a Muay Thai flyweight bout, and my prediction was Mohammed Sabri, but like I said, I changed it, and I'm going to go with Ramu Araya, and this is a mid slash. I'm gonna say mid right now. I'm gonna say it's a mid fight. Anyways, one Mohammed Sabri. He has 57 wins, 12 losses. He is a Malaysian fighter competing on a card clearly promoting Malaysian fighters like Jojo and Adam, who I believe they're Malaysian. But yeah, he has a Japanese opponent who should be easy. Oh, this is what I written down. Sorry. Yeah, no, the Japanese opponent is not easily beatable, and as long as he performs how he usually does. Sorry, no. What the hell was I talking about? Um, yeah, I've seen Mohammed Sabri lose to people before. I've seen him lose by KO. Is and I've seen him lose to KO by it was a decent Thai fighter, but it was also in the rope gloves, but he wasn't. I don't know. I don't really like the way that Mohammed Sabri fights. He's too patient, I feel like, in combat, and he's very wary. He's not going to be the aggressor in this matchup. I think the Japanese fighter is actually going to be the one walking down Mohammed Sabri. I also think that Mohammed Sabri, his chin's not the greatest, and I think that he's fought the lesser competition. Like when you see who's actually fought, he's fought on the Indonesian regional scene and a couple other regional scenes. He went to bigger stadiums against some Thai fighters, lost to them, and yeah, Mohammed Sabri is not that good in my opinion. I think that even though he's the favorite, he's gonna lose. He has he has a much better record than the Jap, I think, but and he might be more experienced than Ramu Araya, but conditioning wise, I don't think so. I think Ramu is pretty good. Like Ramu survived 3 rounds with Rustam Yunusov at the end of the day, which is not easy to do. Like if Ramu's in kill mode, sorry, if like that's Rustam Yunusov, you know what I mean? If Rustam Yunusov was in kill mode, yeah, to survive against him, yeah, is very fucking good. And Ramu's not a bad fighter at all. Anyways, let's get into Ramu Araya. Ramu Araya, he has an unknown record to me, but he's a Jap kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter with wins on the regional scene and one win inside the RWS via first round KO with a body shot. But before that, he was getting thrown around a little bit. Sorry, before that, he was getting thrown around a little bit and he was getting hit in the very beginning of round one. His speed isn't the greatest, but it's not bad at all. His footwear is quite good. His punching ability is it's actually quite decent too. He's got the fundamentals down, and I think that he has better fundamentals than Muhammad. But when he hits, he hits with decent power too. I think Sabri can win here, but I'm not 100% sold on him. Sorry, no, I think Jap can win here, but I'm not 100% sold on him. The Jap is like he's not the highest output striker, but I think he's higher output than Sabri, and I think he's more precise than Sabri too. I think he's also able to make pay. Sorry, I think he's also able to make men pay when they overstep. Like I don't think. Uh, I don't know. I just think Jap relies mainly on his boxing, yeah. But even then, like his boxing is quite good. I think it'll get him quite far against Sabri. I just don't think Sabri's durable enough. And well, maybe throw something early or something or whatnot. But I think the Jap's just gonna win. I'll be taking the Jap here to win the sport. I don't have much footage on either man, but I do believe the Jap's skill level is higher. And yeah, we're gonna be taking the Jap here. We have for part 8, we have a Muay Thai strawweight bout between Lin Hatet-ung and Haruyuki Tanitsu. My prediction here is Haruyuki Tanitsu and is a risk, and I'm going to say it's the same thing I'm going to say as the last time he fought. Yeah, big warning, this fight has the same outcome risk as the last time, which is why I warned everyone. My pick was Tanitsu, but because the odds were so big on the other side, I bet the Myanmar that Tanitsu fought against. But yeah, I want everyone on that fight to actually bet the Myanmar, even though my prediction was Tanitsu. And because the odds were ridiculous in the Myanmar, and the Myanmar ended up winning. And yeah, last time they fought, Haruyuki actually outstruck the Burmese fighter, but he bled too much from his nose, so they gave it to the Burmese fighter. And that's the big issue that Haruyuki Tenitsu has. He bleeds from his nose so fucking easily, even though he can be more skilled than his opponents and go to the distance, he just bleeds from his nose so easily. That blood just gushes and pours out his nose, and it's a bad look when it goes to the distance. Yeah, Len Hatet-ung is a typical Burmese fighter, not much footage on him. He's more durable and he's stronger than Tenitsu, but his skill is lesser. Tanitsu can easily outstrike him and very easily do it for 3 rounds, and he should end up doing so, but his nose, like I said, is very fragile, and despite his weak nose, he doesn't often get dropped in combat, which is funny. Like, he can rip body shots in combination pretty effectively. Not only that, he possesses good kicks and he can KO opponents with head kicks, but I doubt that'll be the case here. Tanitsu either wins a decision by outstriking his opponent, or he loses one because he bleeds too much. There's no in between. Maybe he gets dropped and or drops to Myanmar, but yeah, if he loses, it's because he's gonna bleed too much, and or like he just gets knocked out. Yeah, he's gonna outstrike the Myanmar. He will be winning the fight until he's losing. That's the one thing with Tanitsu. Also, Tanitsu has a 12-8 record at the end of the day, but it's bullshit. Like, he's much better than that. He just bleeds too much, which is why he loses so many fights, and he does have some robbery losses. Like, I do consider the last fight, even though I bet on Naung, my prediction was Tanitsu, and I do think that Tanitsu deserved to win because Tanitsu outstruck So Nong-u. Oh, sorry, not So Nong-u, whatever the hell the guy's name is. He outstruck him. I did think that he deserves to win that fight, despite all the blood from his nose, because I just know, like it's like GSP. Some fighters, like, their face reddens up, they bleed, whatever. But yeah, he needs to not get cracked in his nose if he wants to win. That's the one thing with Tanitsu this time. And we have a Muay Thai women's atomweight bout between Gabriel Moram and Francisca Scarface Vera. My prediction here is Scarface, aka Vera. Anyways, this is a rematch alert, and my risk assessment is that this is mid, and it could be a possible lock. Gabriel Moram, let's get into it. Gabriel Moram, she has a record of 37 wins, 13 losses. She is a Brazilian Muay Thai fighter with a decent record. We took her against the fraudulent Nong Fasai as a 2-times dog because Nong Fasai is just bad. Moram has already lost to Scarface 1 time outside of 1, and it was a pretty dominant 3-round performance from Scarface, so I'll be taking Scarface here. Moram has skill, but I've also bet against her in her debut because she was against an undefeated girl, and she was a betting favorite. She has a decent 1-2, and she's okay for the first round and the second if she's doing more work than you, but she couldn't keep up with the pace of Scarface. When they fought in RWS gave the first round to Moram. It was a close round, but I did think that Scarface took the first round. Like I did think that was a bit of bullshit. Then Maram started getting checked and hit with good teeps and kicks, and the boxing was slicker from Vera. So yeah, Vera won that fight. Also, in the clinch, Vera was the one who won the exchanges with stepping knees and knees to the side of the ribs. She even used the clinch to get her back off the rope, switching Moram into the corner, trapping her there. So I believe Moram will lose here. Vera's also bigger than her, by the way. Anyways, yeah, Francisca Vera, aka Miss Scarface. She has a record of 12 wins, 5 losses, with a couple robbery losses that she should have definitely won. Um, she is a savage Muay Thai fighter with slick range and a lengthy arms. The truth is, I expect this to be a 3-round war like their first bout, but either fighter could get dropped as always. I do doubt either girl gets dropped here since Vera wasn't dropped by Vero, who's a tough Myanmar, or Moram when they fought. So I doubt that it'll happen here. Scarface is more aggressive and utilized her reach well in their first bout, hunting Moram, keeping her on the back foot. Personally, I don't think Moran performs the best on the back foot against like pressure fighters. And since it's a smaller ring, it won't favor her if she backs up. But she could choose to engage this fight in close quarters and switch up the strategy. In which case she can win. Scarface bleeds in like quite a few of her matches, but is equally just as good at bloodying other girls up. Like for your info, there was no blood spilled in their first bout, but smaller gloves lead to more damage at the end of the day. She's also good at getting away from strikes, and even in guard mode, she's a threat that possesses the ability to counter with elbows. Um, Both girls have the ability to surpass each other in skill, so be careful. I do put more faith in my girl Miss Scarface though. I'm gonna go with Francisca Vera. She's fucking cold, and she won the first time when they fought already, so I'm going to be betting her. For bout 10, we have a kickboxing featherweight bout between Mamuka Usubyan and Yassin Airad. My prediction here is 50-50, and even though it's 50-50, I actually kind of want to lean towards Mamuka Usubyan, but the odds are in favor of Yassin Airad. Anyways, I'm gonna be going Mamuka Usubyan. He has a pro record of like I understand that you guys bet Yassin or whatever as well. Like it's just where the value is, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm going with and trusting Mamuka Usubyan, even though it's a very close fight and it's a huge risk. He's a pro fighter with a record of 22 wins, 2 losses. He's a professional fighter who has competed against some of the best that one has to offer. He gave Shadow his kickboxing debut, lost in a fight where he dropped Shadow, but um, if he didn't, Shadow may have won that fight. Like, also he did KO Khunsuek in round 2, securing a comeback victory, but the gap wasn't like much between them two. He was the better boxer than Khunsuek, and I could see him coming back in the fight. Like Khunsuek was starting to fade; his kicks weren't having as much as of an effect on Mamuka as they did in round 1. Like Mamuka is a veteran who survived the storm, and he knows how to fight like an animal. He's very unorthodox. He's a southpaw fighter with a his Soviet style footwork. He can throw spin elbows after missed strikes. He can throw great deep kicks up high to the face, showcasing his flexibility in his age. He has great footwork around the ring and a good jab to back up his ability. Truth is, if Mamuka sees it past the first round and has no injuries, I believe he will win, but I don't know at the end of the day. A lot of these young up-and-comers can beat these legendary old men. Mamuka has the skills to win, but he's the more skilled fighter, but the other guy is just big and relentless at the end of the day. Mamuka has a better jab, I'd say, of the two men, and he has precision behind it. He's a very good jab, in my opinion. He's very good at finding angles to line up the jab. And yeah, this fight is literally just a savage, more skilled, but old veteran against a young up-and-comer trying to make a name. Anyways, Yassin Erad, he's a 17-0 fighter making his debut into one. He's fought decent competition, but not the same level that Mamuka has fought. Yassin throws heavy with everything in his strikes, and he walks forward throwing hands. He's more of a boxer than a kicker, but he can throw jumping kicks, flying knees, and hard low kicks. He's too aggressive for his own good sometimes. His jab is not as established as Mamuka's. He's a bit of a disrespectful fighter. and his strikes are telegraphed. When he's not popping the jab, he's just hunting with big hooks, trying to find a big right hand. He is durable, but I've seen him slow down in round 2 after applying big pressure. So I don't know how to judge this fight. He's a young prospect, but he will one day have a loss at the end of the day. So I'm not sure if it's now though against the 31-year-old Mamuka who's had multiple career injuries, including one sustained in a loss that he has. But if Mamuka weathers the storm early, like even weathers the early storm, he can win this fight. If he can survive the first onslaught and he can keep his guard up and without getting dropped, and he can avoid the bad intentions that Airad has, then Airad will slow down and the tides can turn into Mamuka's favor, which is what I expect to happen here. Mamuka is more skilled than Airad, but he's just not in his prime. Even though I say this, he's got movement and he's got good footwork that he just like he won't lose that footwork and that skill in his age, I don't think, man. Yassin is 1 inch shorter than Mamuka, and when he gets in there, there's no way he's 70 kgs. But so for that reason, I also wouldn't trust Arad's gas tank. He's gonna be bigger than Mamuka, but Mamuka's just he's like Marak Gorian kind of, you know what I mean? Like he'll find a way to win, and you can take round 1 off him. He'll when you slow down against him, yeah, it's gonna be an issue for you. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Mamuka's dangerous, and I'm gonna be taking Mamuka here. It is a risk though. About 11, we have a Muay Thai strawweight bout between Face Erawan and So Nong U. My prediction here is I hate to do this, and it's gonna be So Nong U. I hate betting on Burmese fighters that I don't see much skill in, and this is one of them. Anyways, he is a risk, very big risk. And anyways, yeah, let's get into Face Erwan. He has 77 wins, 16 losses. He is 28 years old, standing at 5'5", with around 2/3 of his fights being KOs. He is the more skilled fighter and has a good body cross plus body shot combinations. But when he strikes, he tends to lean a lot, and yeah, he has good boxing. But over 3 rounds, he starts to slow down quite a bit. I personally don't think that he's the greatest. He's beaten up a lot of old men, and he's lost to some of those men on the regional scene. Um, when he fights in one, he competed with men who've been cut from the roster. He also took a bad KO loss to a fighter who's not bad, but he's not good. Named Payak Sarin. Like Payak Sarin was only 19 years old at the time. I've never really trusted Face. He's beaten men who aren't that good, and he spends time covering up a lot when facing pressure. I know one Burmese fighter will win since they are promoting Myanmar recently, so I'd assume it's against a guy like So, or it will be an upset against Haruyuki Tenitsu on this card. Like, yeah, So Nong U could be the upset here against Face, since Face has okay kicks and his counter striking isn't bad, but he covers up a lot and is too patient for the one scene. So Nong U is not bad and he knows how to be very defensive and counter, but he can take his eyes off the ball at times. Yeah, the crushing power and individual strikes add up and break men over time. At the end of the day, I don't think Face is very tough. I've seen him fall to shots that hoop around the guard, and So throws them often. His durability is better than Face's, I'd say. And if this fight gets scrappy, I'd say Face gets dropped, but Face could out technical So to a decision very easily. The words So and U apparently stand for tough or something like that. So Nong U is tough as a brick. And yeah, maybe a good body shot KOs him, but I don't know. So Nong U. He has a record of 15 wins, 1 loss, and I think 20 draws. But that's Lethway at the end of the day. That's some bullshit. He's 24 years old. He is a Burmese fighter with a lot of grit, and he's seemingly learning and getting more skilled over time. I believe he's got a good corner giving him good advice. I will bet him again. Sorry, I bet against him with El Halabi and won at dog odds on El Halabi, which was like that on that card. That was a very good call for me. But either way, So may not be winning this scrap until he wins, but there's a good chance he finds the strike he needs. He has head kicks and good body kicks too. He's also become a fighter that knows how to back up step by step and then enter at angles, utilizing the ring to his advantage. I think he can win here, but I'm very doubtful since Face is on a higher skill level. But if So uses the ring well and finds his strikes, he will break Face over 3 rounds. So No U only has one official loss as a Myanmar fighter, and that was like literally when we bet on him to lose his O in his debut. So yeah, now I'm gonna bet on him here since I know I knew he could be an upset last week, and mm, sorry, not last week. What the hell am I talking about? I knew he could be an upset, and I just think he can be upset here, man. And he can be. Yeah, I just think he can be upset here. I expect Face to be the better fighter, but if the odds on So Nong U are good, I'll bet on So Nong U to win. Like if he's a dog, I'll take him, and I do think he is a dog. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking him, but I don't. He's not my best dog on the card. For bout 12, we have a bout between we have a Muay Thai bout, a flyweight Muay Thai bout between Khunpon, Aekmuangnon, and Sornsueknoi. Yeah, my prediction here is Khunpon. Uh, I've labeled this as mid slash risky because Khunpon Aekmuangnon. Uh, yeah, we'll get into it now. He's 5'10", 20 years old with a record of 61 wins, 17 losses. He's another young up and comer who I predicted right so far, but I knew his last fight may be risky, and it was. Yeah, Kompon was on the verge of falling a few times, and he was getting hit pretty badly in his last fight. If it wasn't for his early knockdown, the game could have been very different, is the truth, and he may not have won that fight. He has a lengthy kicking style which he uses to outpoint his opponents, and his long arms, uh, yeah, they're good at framing off strikes, but his boxing isn't the greatest. And he grew up as a kid who played too much video games. He's not a Thai who was birthed into Muay Thai. Khunpon has a heavy clinching knee game that he abuses to avoid incoming damage whilst maintaining his lead. But a decent Thai could outbox Khunpon. Khunpon's still a bit green at the end of the day. His boxing skills need work, but he can win here. I'm not confident though. At the end, and yeah, just Sornsueknoi was beating Stephen Irving, I'm pretty sure, at some moments in their fight. But Stephen Irving won that fight. End of the day, I'd say I know approximately how good Stephen Irving is. We bet him many times, like we bet him against Rambong and shit. He's not the greatest, but he's not bad. Yeah, anyway, Son Noi. He has a record of 46 wins, 21 losses. He stands at 5'4". He's 31 years old. He is a veteran fighter who has fought some tough men. Truthfully, he has a very high chance to outstrike and walk down Kunpon. But like I always expect from Khunpon, I expect him to abuse the clinch and knees in the clinch just to win. He's younger, he's taller, but when Khunpon gets hit to the face, his whole body leans the way he gets rocked. Sornsueknoi is quite aggressive, especially on the front foot, but I don't know if he'll be able to catch Khunpon Noi clean to the head since Khunpon Noi is tall and long and able to frame off and keep distance very well. And yeah, I'd expect Sornsueknoi to attack his body if Sornsueknoi wants to win this fight since he's shorter and probably going to be the aggressor in this fight. So yeah, I'd expect the clinch game and technical work over a smaller, older opponent to win Khunpon this fight, but you can't trust Khunpon. He's not a safe fighter. I've seen his talent. He's still green. He didn't start Muay Thai at an early age. His record isn't elite either, but in this fight, he has all the physical advantages apart from his core strength. So, yeah, I'm going to be taking Khunpon here, and he really should be a clear win, but he might not be is the fucking thing. Yeah, come on, the pick. 13, we have a Muay Thai bout between a bantamweight Muay Thai bout between Detchawalit, Silkmuaythai, and So Min Min. My prediction here is Detchawalit will win. This is safe. Detchawalit, he has a record of 48 wins, 5 losses. He's a young up and coming Thai fighter out of Silkmuaythai training camp. He's a prospect one has been keeping an eye on. He's very dangerous, but in his aggression there are flaws. He was dropped one time by Majid Saydali, which will make any man rethink when betting on him. But he's against a left-way fighter named So Min Min, so I'd assume he's getting a simple W on his record here. He is lethal, tough, and very, very skilled. He's tall and has long limbs for a Thai. Eventually, he will fall in this weight since there are absolute killers here, but this fight should be a win in the book. So Min Min, he's a successful left-way career fighter. I don't think he's ever been KO'd. He's had MMA bouts and won them both inside of one as well. Same thing as the Muhammad C.S. Ronnie fight. They're trying to showcase a striker versus a fighter who competes in MMA and striking. So the striker will probably win at the end of the day. And the striker is Detchawalit. My assumption is this fight goes the distance because Myanmar is tough and durable. So Detchawalit wins by distance is my pick. And the distance bet possibility odds may be good fight. And this fight, by the way, is possibly cancelled along with the Walid versus Adam fight. If that Adam fight with Walid is cancelled, it's because Adam pussied out. About 14, we have a Muay Thai flyweight bout between Komawut and Samingdam. My prediction here is Samingdam. And this is mid/risky, potentially a 50-50 fight. Komawut, let's break it down now. Komawut, he has a record of 53 wins, 19 losses. He is 5'4", 26 years old. A fighter who I've broken down many times on the channel. He is a fighter I've criticized for having bad cardio and bad output. He's also got bad conditioning too for a fighter with so much muscle mass. Like you just don't expect it from him, like to have bad conditioning. He is a fighter on a loss streak inside of one, and he even left the organization to win outside, but ended up getting pieced up and winning a robbery. Now he's back and claiming he has worked for 3 months to get his gas tank up, and now he's going to walk through Samingdam, is what he's saying. At first, I thought this fight is 50-50, and if Komawut comes in with his new conditioning and walks forward trying to run through Samingdam like he says he will, then he may get a win here. But he's beaten Panrit, who has no chin at the end of the day. Like he hasn't beaten. I mean, Panrit's skill, but he just like if you want to mention Panrit as a good win, you talk about prime Panrit, not Panrit with no chin. Anyways, Komawut looks tough, but his legs are weak. He was pieced up by Anar Mamedov, I think, and anyway, he was pieced up by Anar, and we won with Anar against Komawut, and I believe Komawut doesn't believe in himself as much as he like. I just don't think he believes in himself, and he's just a brawler. He doesn't have skill. He even stopped throwing leg kicks at Sornsueknoi because his conditioning wasn't tough enough, and I think he hurt his own legs throwing kicks. Like with Komawut, a fight can just change instantly at any moment. But when I say he's not smart, it's because he lost to Krisana, who's also a bad fighter, and Krisana won a robbery over Panrit. Like we bet Panrit over Krisana, and yeah, that was just a bad robbery. So anyways, yeah, let's get into Samingdam. Samingdam, he's 23 years old. He's the younger fighter somehow, despite not looking like it. He's 5'4" with a record of 45 wins and 9 losses. He's a fighter we bet on in the past and bet against before. But we've always been successful so far every time. I always say that then I lose my fight. So let's hope we are successful here. Either way, Samingdam win 3 rounds, and with Somrak, who I've developed a newfound respect for. My friends have always liked Somrak. I have never really liked him, which is why I bet Samingdam. But when he fought Somrak, I do admit I don't know if Somrak lost that fight. Like Samingdam took the 3rd round, possibly barely in a closely contested match. But overall, I'm not biased, and I admit Somrak should have probably won that fight. This just showed that Samingdam has durability and can go 3 rounds at a good pace while fighting back. Also against Komawut, who's confident he can beat Samingdam. I think Samingdam would be able to tough out the fight and win. Like maybe Komawut has a good round 1, but his gas and conditioning isn't going to level up in 3 months, is my opinion, and be better than Samingdam's is my belief. So I'll be taking Samingdam. Samingdam isn't the most trustable fighter, but he's going to be the better fighter after round 1, is what I believe. Also, he's the younger fighter, even though he looks older, like I said. The one thing that scares me is the fact that he was down 2 rounds against Amir Nazeri, who's not bad but not good. Like we bet against him with Zhang Jin, who end of the day, Amir Nazeri has better gas than Komawut. Let's just hope Komawut just starts to slow down entering round 2. He really isn't that good, but nor is Samingdam. Like both men have good days and bad days, but Samingdam has fought the better competition and is more technical. And because he fought Somrak to a distance, I'd say that he's also the more durable man too. Samingdam's pretty. He's decent, and I want the Ninja Turtle to win. You know what I mean? I think he's nicknamed Ninja Turtle or some shit like that. I want him to win.